Hey everybody, thanks for coming to dance with me. I'm Laura and today we're going to work on sugar pushes. In this video, you'll learn the basic sugar push, how to add sauce, we'll learn technique to make it feel great, and we'll learn some variations made possible by our technique. I've gotten so many questions about this. It's deceptively tricky, especially if you want to make it feel good, which of course we all do. I was lucky enough to be in Seoul, South Korea for Seoul Lindy Fest, which is such a great event. Actually, Seoul in general is amazing. If you can go. Authentic Jazz Weekend, the very last edition, is happening this January 2025. I'll be there, you should be there too. While I was there, I shot this video with an amazing Korean dancer, Nalla Kim. Nalla, thank you so much for doing this with me. All right, let's get into it. But first, Patreon. Thank you, people of Patreon, for helping to make this video free for everyone in the world, including people like you. It's a voluntary subscription. If you want to help them out, the link is in the description. All right, the sugar push is a basic 6-count move. So if you're not familiar with the basic 6-count rhythm, I would check that out first. The vid is linked in the description. Let's check the sugar push out from a couple of different angles. Now, before we get into the weeds, let's work on that basic feeling without any of the fun footwork. Let's hear from Nalla.
The connection should be close to both the leaders and followers' center and not too high. Try moving closer to each other to feel compression, then step back to feel differences. And pay attention to how your upper body and positions of your arm changes. And relax your arm so that the follower can feel comfortable and easy.
Try doing this shape without footwork a few times. Try it fast, try it slow, try staying in, try staying out, get comfortable with the feelings. Here's what I think about. To me, primarily, to follow is reimagining what the goal is. On some level, I can't care about the sugar push. Not to say I'm trying to be disagreeable. I absolutely care about having a good time with my partner. I want to keep the rhythm. I want to make everything I do look great. I want to dance it. But I can't care about the sugar push specifically. After all, I don't really know what style of sugar push Nalla is going to lead, or even if he's going to lead a sugar push at all. Instead, I hold my body strong and self-connected, and I move it forward as a unit. I'm not trying to get to the end at a particular time. I'm just trying to move and be with myself. When I get to Nalla, you might see a lean towards him. I think about this as a reaction. I'm holding myself together and countering a force that's pushing into me. I move towards Nalla with my middle and I keep my elbows soft. I'm not looking for a stop, I'm looking for a cushion. When I move away from Nalla, I'm not thinking of getting anywhere at a particular time. I'm moving away and staying connected to myself. When I get to open, I might sink away from him. Again, a reaction. I'm holding myself together and countering a force that's pulling away from me. The goal isn't the sugar push. The goal is to react to what I feel and to dance. Ooh. Now let's check out Nalla's footwork without me.
Practicing your basic step, it's important to keep the rhythm steady, but also think about how your weight shifts and transfer energy to the follower. Especially on the last step of the first triple, usually it's on count 4, imagine a smooth push with not just your lower body and arms, but your whole body.
One more detail, Nalla doesn't move very much during the sugar push. I make most of the distance, Nalla cushions and counters. Okay, let's put it all together again so you can see the component parts in action. Something I run into a lot is confusion between the sugar push and the swing out. Follows? It's a swing out every time. Just like a swing out in these sugar pushes, I move straight in and then straight out again. Then Nalla leads a circle, and I go straight in. The beginning feeling of both of these moves is the same. Leaders, you need to decide and show the signs. The body movement between these two moves are totally different from the leaders, but to me what makes the biggest difference is when Nalla's right arm comes out to stop me. I have run into less careful leaders. He also picks a side for his face. I have face bumped less careful leaders. Now let's add the sauce. A really common variation is adding a twist when we get to that compression moment. Let's check it out from a few angles. This can be big and dramatic, it can be small and subtle, it can hit the music. Leaders and followers can both request and encourage it. How do you do it? It's all the same stuff as before, but with a few extra details. How intense is the twist? It's kind of a negotiation, but for me, Nalla is making the request. His left hand stays in front of him, and his right hand moves back to support my weight. The angle of our arms allows Nalla to connect directly to my left shoulder. You can see how his body position changes to support my weight as I come in.
But leaders, you'd better providing balanced energy with the both of your hands. Then in the second triple step, if the leader extends their right hand slightly toward the follower until around count 6, it creates momentum for the follower to keep twisting. My footwork is very connected to the basic 6 count with an emphasis on moving forward on count 4 with my left foot to send Laura away.
Check out Nalla's footwork. You can see my step out matches his step towards me, that moment of send out that we talked about earlier. Most importantly to me, check out Nalla's placement. In spite of the angle of his hands, you can see Nalla is still squarely in front of me. Even if the twist is very dramatic, it doesn't displace me to the side. His arms are still on either side of me, and I'm still centered in front of him. We can have a super intense compression to the point where Nalla takes some of my weight, which is so fun, but I would add this one word of caution for follows. Always approach moments like this slowly. I don't want to surprise Nalla and throw his back out as he tries to prevent me from hitting the floor because I've been overeager. One more detail that's super fun, look at what happens when Nalla gives me a little extra juice on the way out. He's like, I want you to do the swivels, and I'm like, oh sir, I will as hard as I can. Super fun.
My own variation, I and my partner Jessica came up with it while social dancing. We call it the cannon push. It happened when I was trying to give her more energy for a bigger twist, but I accidentally let go of my right hand, and it actually amplified, allowing her to use it even more. Try practicing by adding a slight lower throw in the connection between count 4 and 5. Just a light release that keeps the energy going.
And of course, the sugar push is an excellent platform for some footwork party time. Now we're not going to break any of this down, but slow the video down, lift what you can for your own footwork party. To get lost in the sauce, but this is not just wild, unstructured time. See if you can count the cadence of when Nalla and I come together and move apart. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's still just 6 counts. Okay, let's add some variations, but for me, all of these variations are possible because I'm calm, curious and don't feel the need to rebound into the next move. The first one I'm calling the triple step mess around, which is a totally made up name, but let's check it out from a few angles. Start with a basic sugar push, into the sugar push mess around. Now let's break it down.
Keep a close and a bit wider connection with each other. You also can do this with the open position. Have fun moving yourself around as you go through each steps.
When I come in, I obviously have to try to avoid making something happen. What's the timing? How far am I coming in? How long am I staying there? I don't care. It's all good. In my opinion, in this setting, the triple steps that are most beautiful and comfortable have this in and out feeling. So let's break it down. Triple step, triple step, triple step, triple step, in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. Triple step, triple step, triple step, triple step, in and out, in and out, in and out. Try it full speed. I use these triple steps all the time in sugar pushes, slow dancing, solo dancing, soul dancing. So useful. They remind me a lot of vernacular jazz moves, fishtails, and Alan Leon triples. Video links in the description. You can stay in this triple groove as long as you want, but if you're a new leader, it might be helpful to pick a certain number of triples so it's easier for you to repeat and practice. Let's do a basic sugar push. 1, 2, 3, done. Basic sugar push. Here we go. A 1, 2, 3, done. One last variation, here's something fancy for Nalla, which again can only happen if I'm comfortable staying in open position and don't need Nalla to lead me in for another move. We're not gonna break this one down, but lift what you can. Let's check it out from a few angles. Nalla even went to my right side to create an opportunity for a walk. So flexible. You can see that I don't have a consistent footwork solution for this. I'm not being asked to go anywhere, so I can do anything I feel would complement Nalla's idea. I hope you had fun and learned a lot. If you did, click like, subscribe, comment, algorithm, blah, blah. If you like the music, it's the Prumo Orchestra, and you can find a link to buy it in the description, and half of the money that I get from this YouTube channel goes towards organizations that support African diasporic artists and art to honor the founders of Lindy Hop, and the best way to learn to dance is to dance.